Seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win. Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
By Landry, Ariza dropped down. Kobe! Oh! High five! Down hard! Kobe Bryant!
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Kawhi aggressive to the rack.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another post-game live here on Dime Dropper for the 2024-25 season. Before we get started, you already know the drill. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notification bell for all things NBA, LA sports, LA basketball, LA Clippers. And, of course, follow your boy on social media at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Dime Dropper Pod. Live from Los Angeles, as always, people. Tonight, we're going to keep it short and sweet. It's just going to be Clippers and Rockets. The last Laker game I watched, and don't worry, Laker fans, I am still working on watching your games. I've just been really busy this week. Had basketball tryouts to conduct, so it was a whole lot. But don't worry, I will be trying my best. It's just I'm getting busy as hell. I can't even lie. But the last game I watched was that Memphis game that AD didn't even play, not the one that just happened. So that tells you how far behind. Anyway, Clippers, Rockets. I didn't go live for the last game, so I want to kind of touch on that first. We lost 111 to 103. Actually got off to a pretty good start, but Ty Lue went small. Oh, first I should say that Ty Lue made a change and put Chris Dunn in the starting lineup for Terrence. And I can't lie, even as a Terrence man, diehard, he's my favorite player on the team. I think it was the right move. He had gone to the point where he just continued to be passive, continued to pass up open shots, even passing up shots at the rim. I think I tweeted about it, but there was a time where he was coming down the lane on a fast break, and he passed up a layup. I think it may have been in Sacramento. He passed up a layup. I never seen him pass up a layup on the break. So, I'm okay with Chris Dunn starting, and I thought he actually did a really good job starting that first game. And Terrence did a fantastic job coming off the bench in that first game. But we got crushed on the glass, and Ty Lue went small a lot, went away from Zoo, and didn't even play Kai Jones a minute, and we got absolutely destroyed on the glass. They had 18 offensive rebounds to our 10, and one of the key points coming into this game, like on the broadcast before they tip off, there's always that, the sideline reporter always has something before the game starts. It was second chance points was the focus, and for good reason, because the first game got absolutely crushed on the glass. And I think it's partially because Ty Lue went small. And I talked about this on Locked On Clippers, which I also host 5 days a week for the Locked On Podcast Network. If you want all things Clippers, go there. But when we go small and switch everything, teams switch everything on us. And that forces Harden and Norm and whoever, Kevin Porter, to create off the bounce. And, James Harden in that game yesterday or Wednesday, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 for 15 from the field, 3 for 8 from 3. So he's starting to shoot a little better from 3. Field goal percentage, not great. And his process for me, I'll talk about it a little more when I talk about how he played in this game. I think he actually played better in tonight's game, but his process can just be horrific, like just absolutely horrific. But I knew this. I always say this. Again, it's nothing personal, but I just can't stand it. Kevin Porter Jr. literally played 6 minutes and was minus 11, and Ty Lue didn't even put him back in the game. And it was funny because it was the bench unit, like the third string unit. Jordan Miller, Kobe Brown, Terrence was part of a little bit of it, and then Bones Highland, Chris Dunn actually was part of a little bit of it as well. That got us back in the game and made it a respectable loss. We actually cut it down to 4. But, we just didn't do a good enough job on the glass, and Norman Powell had his first terrible game of the season. They started top blocking him. One time he back cut, got a wide open layup and missed it. But, what is going to be the answer when he's getting top blocked? Will he be able to come get the ball and make something happen against good defenses? That's something that, we're going to be able to see over time, because he's going to be top 3 option the whole season. But, right now, without Kawhi for the foreseeable future, it's him and James Harden getting all the reps. Now, going into this game tonight's game, I'll talk about tonight's game. The Rockets were, I believe, 3rd in defensive rating. We're about 9th. In terms of threes, 3-point percentage, The Houston Rockets are 28th. 28th in the league in three-point percentage. And that's not counting the game tonight, of course. So, the Clippers' game plan of making certain defensive decisions to give guys open threes was based on the data, and I don't honestly get too mad at him for it. But our first half tonight, our level of defensive resistance was just not good enough, period. Just not good enough. And it was the guys even tonight that you see great things from them defensively most nights, like Terrence. And Terrence just was getting into foul trouble for me. And then I think he does a great job closing out, but I've been critical of his screen navigation for about a year and a quarter now, I'd say, that he just usually is out of the picture getting over screens, which Derrick Jones Jr. and Chris Dunn are better at. But I think he closes out well, and he's a smart defender. James Harden, I thought, was a tad better than the putrid defense he's been playing the last couple of games. In transition, he might as well just sit courtside and take a breather when we're getting back in transition. He does absolutely nothing. And Norman Powell, I thought, was not great tonight either. Got cooked a couple times, not on horrific defense, but he's been doing better one-on-one defensively this season. And I mean, I forget what else, but there were some moments where I was just like, Norm could be doing better there. Offensively, we just couldn't seem to get much going. We were down by 10 because Houston was hot and we weren't. But I thought Harden was actually pretty good in the first quarter. Had a couple of threes. Had one good defensive moment that I will give him credit for, where he helped and then jabbed and basically recovered and got a block in the corner. And as far as the Houston Rockets, they are coached by Ime. And Ime is one of the best defensive minds in the league. In both games, he had Alperen Şengün, who I really like, guarding Chris Dunn, and Jabari Smith Jr. on Ivica Zubac, and of course Dylan Brooks on James Harden to try to harass him, and he was even top blocking James. James not really going to back cut. So they were doing a great job just denying Norman Harden the ball in advantageous situations, and they were just getting physical on the ball and off the ball. I thought their ball pressure was really great. And their athleticism jumped off the page. Their depth and their athleticism really jumped off the page, with the likes of Tari Eason and Amen Thompson coming off the bench. And then Jabari Smith, very lanky, 6'10", mobile guy, having that kind of size out there. And when your worst defender is Jalen Green, and he's a freaking absolute specimen in terms of leaping ability, you've got a pretty solid defense. Although, I don't know, Alperen Şengün, I know he's improved defensively, but I can't tell because I don't watch the Rockets every night. So if you're a Houston Rockets fan, let me know. Is Jalen Green the worst defender in that starting lineup, or is it Alperen Şengün? Because DB, I would assume, Jabari Smith and Fred VanVleet, pretty solid. But the athleticism jumped off the page for sure. But the reason why they put Şengün on Dunn is because they don't fear that Chris Dunn can take him off the bounce, and they want to give him they're okay giving him the open three, which proved to be a successful strategy tonight. And they don't have Zubac and Harden playing pick and roll against Şengün defending. So Chris Dunn got plenty of open shots. Derrick Jones Jr. got plenty of open shots. Just nothing was going in. And everything was going in for them. Now, I'm happy about one adjustment, that Ty Lue played Kai Jones tonight, but he didn't play him too much. He did play him in garbage time a bit. I actually thought he did a pretty good job, Kai Jones, of rim running and playing with energy. I've been saying, I know he has some defensive lapses, but I think he's a better option than just going small ball strictly when Zubac is out, or just playing him 4 minutes. I don't like that we go away from him in the second halves. Oh, and by the way, this was the first game of the NBA Cup. Just wanted to put that out there. We lost the first quarter 29-21. It was a struggle to score. And again, it's going to be a struggle to score. We've seen it all season. We're not a good offensive team, especially without Kawhi. And Ivica Zubac was missing bunnies. We're starting to get these last 2 games that Ivica Zubac that we've seen for his entire career, which is an inconsistent player. As much as I love the guy, an inconsistent player. These last 2 games weren't good enough. He had a very solid game against OKC with the 22-14, but even that didn't feel like a great game. That's when I said his floor is raised for a bad game. But yeah, overall, we have to see, because it's 2 straight single-digit games for the first, not for the first time this season. Against OKC at home, we lost by 13. He had a single-digit game, and that Portland loss. So it looks like, from the looks of things, when Ivica Zubac scores in single digits, we lose. 0-4 in those games. So there you go. We need him to be aggressive. We need him to fight a little bit harder for post position, because fact of the matter is, you're averaging 16 and 12. You've shown now that you're a better player, right, than what we've seen, in terms of the touches that you can get, what he's capable of doing out there. But he's got to embrace that, and he's got to realize he's going to see more doubles now. And I think he did do a better job passing out of them tonight. He's getting better at it. He made some really solid passes, but he's also going through those growing pains, because this is the first time he's gotten looks like this, where teams are sandwiching him in the post. Teams are doubling when he catches it in the low block. Teams are trying their best to push him as far away from the basket as they can. He's now one of those dudes. 6 points and 11 rebounds, that's not going to cut it. 2 for 7 shooting, it's not going to cut it. Norman Powell, he got smothered. And this is when you see his lack of shot. He had some nice moves, but his lack of shot creation against elite defenses sticks out. 8 points for him on 3 for 11 shooting and 1 for 5 from 3. Safe to say it's not coincidence that Ivica Zubac, and by the way, Ivica Zubac did not do a good enough job punishing smaller guys. He's got to be stronger with the ball. Stronger with the ball. You're the big man. It's just, he's such a confidence player. And I know I say that about Terrence Mann. It's like these two are to the point where they're in their primes and they're still going through these confidence things. Although with Zoo, I'll give him a couple more games to say that. But if he goes back to being that inconsistent player where one night he looks like a world beater and then other nights he's looking like soft with the ball, losing it, then, maybe he hasn't improved as much as we first thought. I hope I'm wrong. But what we're seeing really is just a regression into what this team actually is, which is a decent team with good defenders and a very, very big reliance on James Harden to create shots. 35-year-old James Harden, by the way, who so many people were saying, oh, he slimmed down so much. Dude, you being serious? You guys always get fooled with that shit. How different did he look in 2023? Because we had the same conversations in 2023. And he's 2 years older than that. Come on, he's 35. Get real. 21 points for him, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 turnovers on 7 for 14 shooting, 3 for 9 from 3. At least he shot 50% from the field, 4 for 4 from the foul line. I'm not going to say anything right now. As I said, I think in the first quarter, a lot of it was just we were missing shots and they were making shots, but the second quarter got pretty ugly. They scored 37 points to our 25. First, we started with a 9-0 Clipper run in the beginning of the quarter because we did some good things, led by Zoo, blocking shots or, protecting the rim, I should say. Had a nice finish. He still had 11 rebounds and a block, but as I said, he kind of drifted away as the game went on. The Rockets responded with a 14-0 run. We were still getting out-rebounded. They were still, it seemed like getting rebounds over us. And we started to see Alper and Şengün hedging on James Harden, and at times they were doubling James Harden just to get the ball out of his hands, make other guys make plays, and they're pretty successful in that strategy. I think we still generated a decent amount of open threes, but we just could not hit, and the Rockets were hitting seemingly all their threes, all of them. They were up by a score of 66-46 at the half. In the third quarter, we came out with much better energy defensively. Much better. We got to kick up the ass. Hey, can we actually guard? Because that's the thing, right, that I'm a little worried about is our defense just looked so much worse. And it starts with guys like Norman Harden for me. Because, Derek wasn't great tonight either defensively. We're getting blown by a little too easily. Terrence has got to be a little more disciplined. Kevin Porter was weirdly very solid tonight offensively, though. I still can't stand really watching him play, but he made some shots. But I don't know. It's rough. We just don't have many shot creators. It is what it is. How much? I mean, what's Norman Powell going to do now that he's going to be everyone's saying, hey, Norman Powell's averaging 25 points a game. Like, we're going to top block him and see how he responds. But James Harden had a little stretch where he was pretty good in that third quarter. We made it a 12-point game with a mid-range step back, 12-4 run by us. And I think it was like 70 to 58, I believe. And then we got an immediate response from the Rockets. It was a bad Harden transition defense moment, and then a miss looking for a foul that was just egregious. He and Norm Powell had a total of 3 foul baiting moments. Just like when they play like that, I just can't stand watching it. One time, I believe Norm got 2 times actually. I believe Norm got a call. If you count all the moments where he tried to foul bait, it was like 3. Harden on the 3-point, the contested threes is just ridiculous. The Norm gets a handshake and just throws it up and somehow gets the call. It's just, as a basketball fan, I just don't like it. Norm Powell, I still love the guy, but it's tough watching Harden for me, man. I can't hide it. Like, I just can't hide it. So when is this all? And he's been a good Clipper. Like, let me make no mistake. Like, he should get no hate from the fans. I just never gonna like his game. It's nothing personal. But when are he and Kawhi gonna be out of here? Listen, if we finish, so that was it, and then we go bench warmers, in the fourth quarter, or the third stringers, and Jordan Miller somehow got 10 free throws in the game in garbage minutes. Insane how he gets to the line. We'll read the lines in a sec, but we shot 25% from 3. Derrick Jones Jr. was 0 for 3. Norman Powell was 1 for 5. And Chris Dunn was 1 for 7. And Amir Coffey was 1 for 4. We were a joke from 3. Did we generate less good looks? Yes. But did we still generate enough to make this a game? Absolutely. And we bricked everything. We're not a great 3-point shooting team, but by the numbers we are, because we had a couple of heaters the last couple of games. So we shall see with the games that as the games go on, what the true, how good this team's 3-point shooting really is. But Jabari Smith had an amazing game. Dylan Brooks had a really solid game. Şengün had a triple-double. Van Vliet almost had a triple-double. And Tari Eason and Amen Thompson were in double figures off the bench. I mean, the Rockets were fantastic. Make no mistake about it. But let me just say this. So we lose it 125 to 104. We shoot 38% from the field and 25% from 3. We had shitty field goal percentages and 3-point percentages both nights because the Rockets' defense is good and our offense isn't great. And I really am struggling, besides KPJ, to say anybody had a good game. That is not a very good game from Harden to me. 5 turnovers to 2 assists. Defense is not horrible at best. Decent at best. Kept the ball in front a little bit better. Chris Dunn he had some good stretches in the game too, but he had so many good looks from 3. I don't know. I'm a little hypocritical if I say Chris Dunn had a bad game, because I always do say that if the worst thing you're doing is missing open shots, and you're doing all the other things well, then it's not a bad game. Just shot poorly. So I have to go by that. But it was a little frustrating because he was getting such good looks and the defense wants him to take it. But he's been good shooting the ball from 3 this season. It's just a matter of what the true Chris Dunn is, or who the true Chris Dunn is. But yeah, we lose it 104 to 125. Before I read the lines, I just want to say, fact of the matter is, we're not better than the Houston Rockets without Kawhi. I don't think anyone's questioned that. I don't think that that's rocket science to anyone. No pun intended. But I don't know. We're not better than them without him. So the longer this goes on, I don't really know what to say. If we don't finish above the Rockets and we still have Kawhi on this roster and OKC ends up swapping picks with us, it's going to be such a waste that we didn't blow this up. But I will say this. You can make the argument that due to James Harden and not blowing it up, we would get a better pick. Because if the worst, well, actually, no, huh? Let me think. If we were horrific Yeah, OKC could just swap picks with us. And if we did blow it up, we'd probably be horrific. So in this case, I think the worst pick we're getting this year is like, I don't know, maybe 22nd, right? 23rd at the absolute worst. That's if like another injury happens. But fact of the matter is, I still think we should have blown it up if we go this whole season and we don't finish above Houston. I don't know. We better be right behind them. Let's see what pick we get. Because this shit is this team is, I don't know. I like the way you play defense, but the offense is ridiculous to watch for me. It's just terrorism. You cannot, like, this is the ultimate test, though, of my fandom. You know what I mean? Because, and I definitely do not speak for everybody. I only speak for me. And that's fine. But this Kawhi Leonard, James Harden shit, you know, Paul George and Westbrook have their faults, but I just like them more because of past reasons. The fact that we were left with these two, James Harden, my least favorite star to ever play the game of basketball, you know, just by watching him play. My least favorite star is Karl Malone to ever play the game. But in terms of this playing style, watching him play, comes to my team. It's like, you know how some people say, if this guy's on my team, I'm not even a fan anymore. This situation, this current situation, 2-1-3 going all in for Harden, and now we're in this new stadium with this, and we're like in the mud because Kawhi put us in this situation. It's been the ultimate test of my fandom. But I can never jump off the bridge because I know that one day it'll be over. But that's what makes being like the wins so much better. Like, that's why it's going to be so great when we're out of this and we're back and something new has blossomed for us. Because as I made a couple of tweets about it today, but like, this is what supporting your local team is all about. And yes, I have another local team when it comes to basketball there that I could support, but you know, I'm not about that flip-flopping shit. I'm not loyal. I'm loyal with everything, unless I know it's bad for my life that I have to go away from it. And you're damn right the Clippers have been bad for my life, but I couldn't live with myself if I switched sports teams. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I get a lot of good from the Clippers, but I cannot wait till this shit is over, man. And you Harden stands, get out of my life. Get far away from me as far as possible. And Kawhi stands, quite frankly. It's just, after 5 years of them, I'm over it. After one day of Harden, I was over it. He's been a good Clipper, though, and I respect what he's done with the fans. I will give him that. Before we read the lines, let's go to Mint Mobile, who this video is in partnership with. Super chats are turned on, by the way, if you want to drop $1 or a dime. Any donation is appreciated for your boy. Now, Mint Mobile. Ever wanted to cut back on your monthly bills? You've got health insurance. You got different kinds of insurance. You got your TV, cable. You've got your phone bill. You got your electricity. And you want to cut down, simplify that. Well, that's why I'm so intrigued by Mint Mobile, who this video is in partnership with. They offer premium wireless for just $15 a month. I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. I can even bring my own phone along with my current phone number and existing contacts, so I'm not sacrificing anything. I've used Mint Mobile, and the thing about Mint Mobile is it's not hard to switch your service. Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but it's really not. Switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to https://trymintmobile.com/dimedropper. That link will be in the description so you can get started. Switching your plan takes as little as 15 minutes. That's Mint Mobile. All right. No, ladies and gentlemen. It's not, what do you mean all of a sudden? I've been hated James Harden's game. That's never changed. I can't stand watching him hoop. Let's not get that twisted. You act like I didn't see him hoop before. I've watched all his playoff games ever. This shit has been, I mean, he's been a good Clipper, though. Let me just, be honest. And I still support him at the games. Like, he's part of the team for now. But I can't just lie about the way I like that, like what I think about the game. Like this is my fucking channel. Like if you're butthurt about it, go somewhere else. Anyway, I don't give a damn where he grew up. Like he went to Arizona State. Like I don't have to like every LA Hooper. I like every single LA Hooper but him. How about that? And Jordan Farmar. That's a different story though. Sorry. You can like him. Anyway. Thank you, Bones got busy. I appreciate you. Hold on. Let me just clip off that last part since the Mint Mobile ad for the audio people. Okay, so let's read the stat lines, right? Hold on 1 second. Appreciate the super chat. Bones got busy. Super chats are turned on, man. We don't get paid enough for this. I'm just kidding. It's all good. All right. Let's read the lines for the game. For the Houston Rockets, they shot 48% from the field and 43% from three, 19 for 44, 78% from the foul line. Off the bench, they got Amen Thompson with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal on 5 for 9 shooting and 2 for 4 from the foul line. That dude is athletic as shit. He plays defense. You know, some of the ball pressure he was putting on James Harden was impressive defensively. And, you know, looks like he has good lateral ability. 17 points and 6 boards to go along with an assist, 2 steals, and a block for Tari Eason. Off to a really solid start to the season. Super athletic as well and great in transition. 7 for 12 from the field and 2 for 4 from 3. I also failed to mention that one of the things that was hurting us was when Zoo was in, they were going 5 out to counter it, and they were just raining threes because we were giving it to him because Zoo plays drop coverage, and they were knocking him down. But remember, as I said, they were one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league going into this game. So it was part of the scouting report, and they just hit. And then the starters. Jalen Green had 8 points and was 4 for 11 from the field and 0 for 5 from 3 with 3 turnovers. So he wasn't great. Fred VanVleet had 18 points, 7 boards, and 10 assists to go along with 2 steals on 7 for 15 shooting and 4 for 8 from 3. Dylan Brooks had 17 points on 6 for 12 shooting and 5 for 9 from 3. And then Jabari Smith had a season high 28 points to go along with 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, no turnovers, 11 for 17 from the field, 5 for 8 from 3, and made his only free throw. And he was guarding Zubats and basically, switched on those pick and rolls and did a very good job. It was an amazing performance by him, honestly. And I would put him as my player of the game. And then Alperen Şengün, triple-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Didn't even shoot well. 3 for 9 from the field. 1 for 3 from deep, 9 for 10 from the foul line. Amazing post game, man. I'm a big fan. But let me just read the Clippers now. 38% from the field, as I said, 25 from 3. A lot of guys got minutes. Bones Highland got 8 minutes and had 7 points. Kobe Brown got 10 minutes and had 5 points and 4 boards on 2 for 7 shooting. But Nico only got 4 minutes and had a donut. Interesting. He's been a little pedestrian the last couple of games. Kai Jones, 4 points, 4 boards in 11 minutes. 2 for 2 from the field. Amir, he was okay. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. And then Terrence, I just thought, again, not good enough. But yeah, let's see how he does next game. Because one really good game off the bench, another ghost game, cardio game. He was the last one to come off the bench in the second half. So, it tells you that Ty Lue is – I would not be surprised if T ends up getting traded in the middle of the season. And, again, it's going to be really hard for me to swallow because I love Terrence Mann. But if it's a trade that's best for the team, I won't be devastated anymore. But I'll always support him wherever he goes. I just hope he gets it together. Simple as. I mean, he played really well Wednesday, but 2 points and 4 rebounds on 1 for 4 shooting and 0 for 1 from 3 and mediocre defense is not good enough. Jordan Miller had 11 points in 10 minutes, and 9 of them were from the free throw line. 9 for 10. Insane. His ability to decelerate and stay on balance and draw contact is incredible. Kevin Porter, by the way, played pretty solid. And to be honest, that's why I said wait till game 15 to take him out of the rotation, because he has had some really good games lately, but I just don't think he's built for high-level ball in the NBA on good teams right now. 15 points for him on 5 for 10 shooting, 3 for 5 from 3. Just bad from the foul line. He was actually hitting threes, even some step backs off the bounce. 2 for 6 on the foul line, though, is pretty bad. And then the starters. Chris Dunn, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, no turnovers on 6 for 13 shooting. In the second half, he was going at Şengün's chest a little bit more, so initiating the contact pretty nicely. He was 5 for 6 from 2, but 1 for 7 from 3. Derrick Jones Jr., 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals and a turnover on 0 for 7 shooting and 0 for 3 from deep and 2 for 2 from the line. He was pretty bad, honestly. Not just the open shots missed, but defensively, I just didn't notice him the same way as normal. Zubac, 6 points, 11 rebounds, 2 turnovers on 2 for 7 shooting. Just not good enough. 2 for 2 from the foul line. And we can't win when Zoo and Norm don't play well. Harden was the best player for us in this game, him or KPJ, but it's not good enough. I still don't think Harden was very good. His process is just not very good. It's very ball dominant. He's just foul baiting. It's too much for me. It's just, and then Kevin Porter's a lot of dribbling too. It's stagnant. It's just stagnant. Because the Rockets are switching a lot. When teams switch everything, what are we going to do? We need Kawhi because he's a great one-on-one player. But it is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At the end of the day, I still interact with you, the fans, and, on Locked On, I still make my money. And, this shit, we have a new stadium. Trust me, though, guys, I'm going to be so fucking positive when this stuff is over. You're going to think I'm a different person. You're going to see the real me as a kid with the Clippers. This 2-1-3 or this Kawhi stuff, thought it was the best thing that ever happened to us, man. And again, it's not all his fault, but whatever. Sorry, every time I get on my own platform, I can vent a little bit because I can do the whole, all this bullshit stuff I say. It's like, dude, I believe everything I say. I don't lie. But it's like, come on. The Clippers are far from one of the best things in my life right now. I love going to the Intuit Dome. I love interacting with the fans. To be honest, at this point, for personal and Clipper Nation gain, for the fan gain at this point, the team, I mean, yes, I want to promote the team, but I like some of the role players we picked up, but James Harden. We're waiting for Kawhi to come back and save the day. That's the plan because he fucking made us trade everything for another star. I love all you guys, though, man. I really do. Anyway, James Harden, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 5 turnovers, which is right on average, 7 for 14 from the field, and 3 for 9 from 3. The one thing I will give James Harden is he's having has had some slightly more efficient games from the field and from 3 lately, last couple of games. So hopefully he can carry that into going forward. Norm Powell, though, awful, absolutely awful. Not good defensively in this one. And offensively, he was getting top blocked, and it was just the end of the road because they have good point of attack guys. 8 points, 2 boards. That's the thing about Norm. If he's not scoring, even though he's been better defensively, how good is he going to be? 3 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 2 from the foul line. If teams shut Zoo's water off, it seems like we don't do well. And if teams shut 2 of those 3 guys' water off, we're in trouble. But that's it for me tonight, guys. Thank you for joining me. Clippers, Rockets. We're 6-7 now. And we're back home, though, on Sunday against the Utah Trash. I will be there. You'll get a vlog. And, yeah. Oh, I also want to give a shout-out to DraftKings. Yep, that's right. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Well, Ivica Zubac is doing that for us. Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time, new DraftKings customers, bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ABTV. That's code ABTV for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.com/bball. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a great night. My next live, God knows when, but I'll try to catch up with some Laker games. Appreciate you all. Go Clippers. All right, let's read the comments, ladies and gentlemen. We can read the comments. Spencer, what's going on, guys? This is a Spencer from my videos. He says, we're cooked. As ride or die fans, this franchise had no goal or direction, and we have to be honest. We've been hijacked. It's a sad reality, but until we rebuild, it's GG's. I completely agree. Hijacked by Kawhi. He's been ridiculous, and no one wants to call it out. We can't win if Powell plays bad. I feel you, Daniel Yang. Bones got busy. He says, we're not cooked unless Kawhi's out for the year. Need to feed Zubats more. He's money. Well, tonight he wasn't money, Daniel Yang. Run Terrence at backup point over KPJ and Bones. I'm not totally opposed to that. We'll see how stagnant our offense goes. With the confidence of Terrence right now, I don't like that idea, but I'm always down to try to give him confidence that way, and it makes us better defensively. So that's not a bad suggestion. Bones isn't even the backup point, though. Dunn is just better than T-Man. Dunn needs 35 minutes a game. That's a lot, Daniel Yang. Why do we have so many players that cannot shoot? Well, we still are, right as of now, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. In the first game, Dunn abused the Rockets. Yeah, he did really well. Daniel Yang says, if we make the playoffs with Kawhi playing well, we'll be scary. How long are we going to do this? You know what Big Baby Davis said one time? I got to get it as a soundbite. How many years I'm going to give you? Seriously. You know what? Let me see if I can do it right now. But I'm serious. What's up, Ross? He says, yep, the Clippers got open shots. This team doesn't give me a fucking break, dude. If you say that one more time, you're getting muted. We all thought we would be a mid-team before the season. We are a mid-team. This is who we are. No Kawhi means we will struggle to get to 500. We'll see. Maybe we can stay at 500. Bob says, sorry for my Rockets dime. Appreciate it. No, don't be sorry. Norman Powell's not a ball handler. He's a finisher. Fair enough. Harden looks slow out there, trying to foul bait every shot. What's changed? Except for the slow. Yeah, it's changed. Hi. Harden is playing with bench players, and it's understandable. Powell isn't that. He isn't going to keep up 25 plus at 6'3". I feel you. Are we making excuses for Harden? Rishi Rish? What's up, my mods over here? Cal's takes, Bones got busy. Man has to go at this point by 30 games and not stepping up is insane. Jesus Christ, why are you so anti-Terrence, though? I get it, but your tone is so, unappreciative of what Terrence done for the franchise. Ben Simmons. Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons is the number 1 overall pick. Man has to go. No, I didn't get to. I was at club practice. Bronny doesn't average more than Terrence Mann, bro. Daniel Yang says Rockets are kind of like a better version of us. LOL. They're solid. Miller had a good game. LOL. Maybe time to give him a shot. I don't know, man. You got to take somebody out of the rotation. And I don't know if Ty's ready to do that. I seen DJJ shoot 5 for 20 on open threes in practice. I don't trust his 3. Rockets are underrated. DJJ was only... Bro, what is this hating of our role players, man? Like, what? No, DJJ's been a solid... He's been very good this season. He's been a solid player. It's early in the season, right? Rockets got a bunch of athletic dudes who can't shoot. Well, tonight they could. Oh, my God. Why are you just like... Okay, Kawhi. Where's Kawhi, though? Rishi Rish? D-riding our best players. They're like ridiculous. Bomber's going to spend money. We'll be good again. This is ridiculous. Keep Paul George. For what? To just keep losing and pay him too much? Oh my God. It wasn't just man, though. We wouldn't have been able to pay Zoo, I don't think, as well. And get all these other role players. Like, what? Come on, man. You deride these star players. I still feel better about the Clippers than the Bucks or 76ers. Yeah, thank you. Warriors are rolling, yeah. What's up, Laker EB82? Congratulations, you went to Audubon. Like, bro, you can like him. Like I'm not policing you, but like, no offense, I don't really care that he went to your school. He went to Arizona State. Like I don't care much that Marvin Bagley, you know, like he's from LA, but like, okay, cool. Like, you know. Bro will be second all time in threes. Congratulations. I'll be at the game and film it for you and post it. I'll film it for you. I'll film it for you. But I'll be quiet as a church mouse. Glad to see Lou throw the towel in early in the fourth. Fucking pathetic for reals. Last year team was the best team all time and everyone was here. Maybe. We didn't have a 16-game winning streak. We won 16 games in a row. We were 26-5. Seems like Norm lost his shot and KBJ found it. Okay, no, I would not use that. I didn't agree. I didn't talk shit to anybody. G League team is way more fun than you in the main team. Bro, no, we wouldn't. A team with James Harden as their best player in 2025 is not a very good basketball team. Are you a Harden stan? But you give out very Harden stan vibes. There's no way a Clipper fan talks about like Terrence Mann like this and speaks about Harden like this. It's hard. Your criticism is beyond basketball because it's over and over on every fucking video on both channels. Come on, man. If Norm plays bad, we auto lose pretty much. Yeah, if Harden had a super team around him, life would be great. If Harden had a super team, yeah, he wouldn't be the best player. We had 2 bad games. Hopefully we can turn it around. Okay, like what is this take? What is this take? Norm and Zoo are not going to keep this up. They aren't starters in this league. What? How could you have that conclusion that they're not starters in the league? I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. This is a stand. This is a stand. There's no way you're a long-term Clipper fan. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Oh my God. Don't believe Clippers Twitter, Ace Boogie. Terrence Mann would never get booed at any game. It's like a subsection of like 5 children that are like, I don't know, either around my age or like 17. Come on, man. Give me a break. Zoo was too young on the Lakers. He's matured and got better. His postgame has been auto. Definitely not auto, but better. It's been good. That is a fair point. I like that answer. They're just looking for one of the players to hate since Mook isn't on the team anymore. Yep. New scapegoat. Yep. Like, this is a joke. Like, this is not a Clipper fan. This is not a Clipper fan. It's just not. This is not a Clipper fan. I don't care that you're, like, you went to Audubon or what high school you went to. Like, clearly you're not. I will admit T-Man is too old at this point to be shaking my confidence. Yep, it's true. Not going to lie, I feel like we really messed up losing to y'all in that game. In the beginning, we would have had one less loss. Larissa Astorga says, what do you think of the City Edition jersey? Good question. I like the color, but I don't like that little clips with the ball on it. It just looks like a third grader made it in like computer class. We should start Coffee instead of Dunn. We need ball handler off the bench. That's not KPJ. Interesting. What has he done? Like, why do you ask such rhetorical questions? Can somebody in the comments say something? My chance, like what? What? Who is this guy? Who would you pick as the franchise player with this current roster to give the keys to? We don't have a franchise player, Spence. We just don't. Zoo would be the best answer. Harden shot 50% today. When's the last time that happened? He's been a walking brick. KBJ needs to go to the G. I think it's a little harsh. What is Terrence Mann up to these days? Honestly, I haven't heard from him in a while. Just watch the lives and you'll find out everything. I'm tired of Harden shooting a 3 and flopping. I mean, bro, that's James Harden, though. When you speak of KPJ being a losing player, it reminds me of that John Wall episode when he tried to be a vet to those young Rockets. I feel you on that. Bomber can't just buy a team like before because the new CBA is capped. It's true. We should have kept Diabate and BJ instead of Kai Jones and KPJ. I feel you on that, man. Adrian says, I think Jordan can average a solid 17 points per game. Oh, man. Adrian, are you that same Adrian from my videos? Hoop R's. Team's going to see what Ime did and copy it. Yeah. Top blocking. Leave everyone but Harden and Norm open. But the thing is, like, Derek Jones, Chris Dunn, these guys have been pretty good from 3. You know what I mean? I guess it just depends how they hit. T-Man is an absolute zero on offense. Outside of last night and a lot of the games he has been. T-Man is in a terrible funk mentally right now. I don't know what he's got to do to get it right, but he's got to take his shots when he gets them. I didn't mind Dunn going 1%. At least he shot. That's fair. Don't you just love seeing them reveal new jerseys with Kawhi pictures, but hasn't even played on the floor this year? Trade him already. Yeah, I mean, come on. You're going to live with DJJ and John shooting threes over letting. No, absolutely. I agree. So, yeah, guys, that's it. No, man, I'm not going to, what's it called? Respond to a weirdo like that. I mean, you know, these people are insecure, strange individuals, going to keep coming back, and I'm just going to not even say a thing. So, yeah. Appreciate everybody, though. I'll try to watch more basketball because I've been so behind with these tryouts, man. If you guys have any questions, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Give me some questions. That's fair. Absolutely. Harden be flailing. Hey, yo, Bones got busy. Can you use your mod privileges to give Guy a timeout or something? That'd be pretty funny. Strange, strange, strange. All right. Is that it? Nothing? No questions? I'm seeing that Norm and DJJ lack communication on switches. Seems like they always give up a wide open play once a game. Okay, I'll pay attention to that. T-Man hasn't developed because since his rookie year. That's just not true, though, guys. His rookie year didn't even play. How do you feel going forward? I mean, about what? The team, like this current team? It's going to just take it a game at a time and see what we can do. Win against teams like Utah and then see what happens. What do you think of this Rockets team? If you want to see my preseason prediction for them, go to my preview, like my season preview, and I've timestamped it. So like you can see what I said before the season. But young athletic team with a lot of depth, depending on their young players taking a step up. But yeah, it's a solid team. Improving. Clippers' schedule has been so brutal. They got the Warriors again in 2 days. Hey, we got Utah before that, though. What's our record prediction? I don't know, man. I don't know because Kawhi. I don't think Bones fell off a cliff, Kyle. He just hasn't had a chance. Seeing the Cavs play and other teams, even in losses, level of pride. I don't think this team has lacked pride, though, Spence. This current team, you think they've lacked pride? I don't think so. This maybe could be true. Hasn't improved at all since 2022. That could be. That's more accurate. If that's you want to make a case for that, sure. 2023, he looked good in his minutes, though. But yeah. I mean, you did say in order for the Warriors to move forward, Clay's got to go. And now he's gone. I did say that. You're right. Most of our guys are new to the team. It's a tough stretch, but we still have to build chemistry. Don't understand the Harden hate. This team is winless without him. Guys, why do I have to explain this a million times? I know that Harden makes this current rendition of the team better. I don't like the way he plays basketball. He's a very polarizing player. He has done a lot, for the game and stuff like that. And he represents a certain style that I really dislike. Really dislike. I still can acknowledge he's top 75, one of the best offensive engines the game has seen, one of the best players of his era. But that's it. It's more about basketball than the Clippers. He's been a good Clipper. How many times do I have to say that he's been a good Clipper? He's been good to the fans. But give me a fucking break, dude. How many times do I have to say it? Jeez. What's up, Luca? He said, bro needs to go do some. But thoughts on how we get. I don't know. We have to take. I think KPJ has to do so bad that Ty Lue's like, we're taking him out. What's up, DB? These last 2 games, we lacked effort a little bit. Why can't we have a 4 like all the other good teams? I mean, I don't know. Rockets been great. Clippers' problems start with Ty Lue. I just disagree, David. His rotations, I mean, what do you want? Turning the team over to Harden, I mean, what choice does he have? Trenton Flowers looks good in the G League, so I'm leaving with something. I think besides the Blazers loss, the record is about what it should be. I agree. Amir might be slightly better than Miller, but I'd much rather cut him out of the rotation and develop Miller. I totally feel you on that, J-Rod. Do you think the Warriors need to make a trade in order to compete? Give me a couple more weeks for that. Probably, though, yeah. Would you do a sit-down interview with Harden if given the chance? Here's my thing. If we did it, I would have to be upfront with him and say because I'm not the type of person that likes to talk shit behind people's back and then act cool to their face. Like if this was a hypothetical situation, I would be like, yo, I can't lie, bro. Like I've talked a lot about you online, but like for the most part, I've kept it basketball. I have questioned your efforts sometimes in the court, but like I do have respect for what you've done in the NBA. But just no, I'm not trying to be fake. I would say that to him. Would he still do the interview with me? Definitely not. Name your first team all overrated. All time or in the league right now? On the bright side, by the way, Hoop Arch, I would never decline the opportunity to sit down with an ex-NBA player. Even JJ, who I hate, I would sit down with them because I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. On the bright side, at least we're doing better than Paul George. Yeah, facts. I saw Lethal Shooter recently at Intuit Dome. Why is he not working with Team Hand? I don't know. You should ask Terrence that. Sit down interview with Harden or Glenn. Well, assuming that this actually gets posted places, definitely Harden because like it's James Harden. Like he's a much bigger superstar. But if it was a not filmed conversation, I would much rather talk to Glenn just because he's been around longer and he has such this wealth of knowledge about the game. Like he's coached so many guys. He's played with so many guys. He's been around the league longer. And apparently from what I've heard about him, he will talk to anyone about ball. So like, I like that. Because I can relate to that. Who's the torch going to go to if you had to choose from the young guys we have? You already asked me that. I think obviously Jordan Miller would have to be the leading candidate. All overrated first team with all time. Oh my God. Point guard. See, people are going to get so mad at me. You know, my pick is going to be Harden for shooting guard, obviously. So Harden. Sorry, Hoop Arch. You're a good Harden stan, though. I like you. I'm going to go with Harden, though. But the thing is, see, like, I'm not tripping if someone thinks Harden's top 4 shooting guard. Like, I'm just not. Point guard. See, and he's one of my favorite players of all time. I'm going to go with Chris Paul, though, for the same reasons of Harden. Just wants to fucking control the game so much. Paul Pounds. I'm gonna go with CP. Small forward. Kevin Durant. Yeah, I'm not as high on Kevin Durant all the time as a lot of people are. He's amazing though. I'm gonna get hate for this one. We're gonna clip this part of the live. Power forward. Shit. You know who I think has become overrated because of Ben Taylor's YouTube videos is Kevin Garnett, even though I love him. But he's become so overrated. He's not as good as Kobe Bryant and Magic Johnson and Tim Duncan and Larry Bird. I don't know where this narrative has started because they think if you put him in the league now, he could do all this switching and he would be amazing. I agree with that. But in his era, he's not as good as Magic and Bird in their era. And then, okay, let's see. Who else? Oh, and then center, Dwight Howard, easily. So there you go. There's my all over. We're clipping this part of the live because I'm just going to hurt people's feelings. But you asked me, I answered. And Glenn Rivers, of course, is the coach. Who did I pick for the power forward? Oh, Garnett. Is Garnett really the most overrated power forward of all time, though? I don't think he's that overrated. I just think by Twitter people that watch Ben Taylor's video on Peaks. Who is the actual most overrated power forward? I love Kevin Garnett. Not Tim Duncan. Not Dirk. I can't say Karl Malone and Barkley because I haven't watched them enough. Definitely not Pau Gasol. Yeah. I think I would go with Garnett just because I don't buy the narrative that he's as good as Tim Duncan. I watched them both and I like Garnett more, but he's not better than Tim Duncan to me. Anyway, well, sorry guys. Why do I hate JJ? Can someone else explain while I answer some of my other comments? I mean, he did an interview with Monica McNutt after she shot on him, but did Harden know that she shot on him? And Monica McNutt is just so much more credible than me, but I guess you're right in this hypothetical. Do I think Lawrence is actually a shitty executive? Kind of, yeah. But yeah, he's pretty emotional. Harden, yeah. Do you think we should make a big trade? I'm emotional too, so I get it. Do we think we should make a big trade by the deadline? No. Unless it involves trading Kawhi. Is all your... Yes, it is. I've heard he's a really good human being. He's a stubborn human being. But a lot of greats are stubborn. But I've heard he's a really good person. So I will give him this. The Donald Sterling thing, he navigated that as a spokesperson for our franchise super well. So I will give him that. Think we need Bones over KPJ for that scoring punch. Say this because I don't think Ty would ever go away from having a true backup point guard, I feel. What's a realistic trade you would make as of now? I'm not the guy to ask for fake trades, to be honest. I just can't. I'm not good at it. No way you think Harden's overrated. He's one of the most underrated players of all time. Dom, are you new here? Seriously, are you new here? This is all subjective. I guarantee you I'm not the only person that believes this. Larry Nance isn't that realistic, but that's my choice. LeBron overrated for show. I agree LeBron's overrated. It's by the modern fan. Curry, I don't agree that Curry's better, though. No, I don't agree that Curry's better. LeBron James. For me, he's better. But I'm not going to argue so much. I don't give a fuck. For T-Man or PJ Bones. CP3's not overrated? I feel you, Dylan. I disagree. First team, Harden, JJ, Glenn, for sure, these three. I think by the end of this, Kawhi, I mean, I just can't get over certain things, man. Nah, he can't be that bad. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Rudy Escargot-Gobert. Rudy Escargot is an original dime dropper, hated. I'm not going to put Kawhi. I won't put Kawhi on there because he still chose the Clippers. I still will give him that. Paul George for right now, but long term, I don't hate Paul George. Those are the three for sure. Harden, JJ, Glenn, Rudy. Is there one more, guys? Am I forgetting somebody? Who else do I just not like at all? If you offered Giannis in exchange for... Why? What? Why wouldn't I? I would trade literally every player on this roster for Giannis. Every single one. Literally all of them. Take them all. I don't know. That's the thing. Nothing right now. Glenn about to go, though. He's going to be back in the booth. I just like his voice. His analysis is good. I just like his voice. Yep. First jersey number or accolade to get presented at Intuit Dome. I think Ralph Lawler's statue and number retirement, 100. And then Blake Griffin. I'll always respect you for being the first to call him Glenn. Thanks, bro. Is that it, guys? That all overrated thing was funny. Blake and CP are the first two retired. Who? What are you talking about? Oh, they meant Rasheed Wallace followed me on social media and I would have been so excited. Do you think the location's a big part of why Intuit isn't selling out? Nah. Oh, they need to stop the game and give Harden a standing. Oh my God. So Hoop Arsh, I'm not going to. I don't know if they'll stop the game. I think it'll be a timeout. That is a big accomplishment. I mean, passing Ray Allen, who's objectively, actually, okay. No, come. Okay, this can't be a debate, is it? I was gonna say objectively, Ray Allen is a better 3-point shooter than Harden, but Harden's a better 3-point shooter off of the dribble. But isn't it fair to say that Ray Allen's a better 3-point shooter? I mean, Ray Allen was just the volume because he played in an era that was different, but Ray Allen was like a machine, dude. But of course, I think Reggie Miller is the best, better than Ray Allen shooting the ball. I think Ray Allen's a better 3-point shooter. I think Reggie Miller's a better shooter though. But I don't know. I got to watch more young Ray. I watched him with the Sonics, but not with the Bucks. But it's a huge accomplishment to pass Ray Allen in threes. Sheesh. I will still be very, silent during that. And I will film for you, though, Hoop Arch. I'll get a video for you without my yelling. Do I think the location's a big part? I think it's a small part, but it's a part. What's your issue about Stockton and Carl? They play for the trash. One is a pedophile, and the other one is just a dick. Yeah, Harden is better off the dribble. Ray better off the catch. Combination of two, I got to go with Ray. His release is just so fast, too, Hoop Arch. Come on, volume-wise, bro, if he was playing in this era, he'd be taking 10-plus a game. We have a jersey in the Raptors problem. No successful Clippers have left on good terms. How were Blake Griffin's terms bad? Simple man. And CP3's terms should not be bad. I don't know how he would hold a grudge against him. I really don't. Do you think as an organization we should continue to try and compete with which leads so much disappointment every year, or rebuild and try to get picks back? Rebuild, bro. Any way we can. Are you the fan of the sales up during free throw shots? I think it's a distraction. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Where does Clay rank in your 3-point shooting convos? Oh, man, top 5. Easy. Probably second all time. No. I got Ray Allen second. Clay's range is nuts, though. I go Clay third. Ray Allen, Steph. Clay over Reggie for threes, probably, yeah. Just the volume. But Reggie's so great, too. Intuit is further in crypto and, yeah, much busier area. He wants to rebuild if you watch any of his other videos. Thank you, Dylan. Which Dylan is this? This is the Dylan, the skinny guy, the young kid that works a little bit younger than me that goes to the games? Liked Paul George? Is that guy? Young Jesus Shuttlesworth was athletic guard. He had bounce. Yep. You going to both games the back-to-back? I'm going to Sunday. On Monday, it depends. If my park team makes it to the finals, I might I might schedule a practice for the championship. Yeah, Ray was cold. Why do you hate the Jazz so much? Most LA fans don't like the Utah trash, man. They've also, one of the only teams that have beat the Clippers twice in the playoffs. They always have scum on their team. I hate them so much. Hey, what's up, Erod? What's up? Long time no see. He refuses to speak to Ballmer because Ballmer did him dirty. It is a longer commute for most fans, and obviously the prices are going to be outrageous, yeah. Team's entire game plan to guard Harden has been to force Harden at the 3-point line. That should matter too. Yeah. You're saying throughout the course of his career? Yeah, but he still gets off more. I mean, teams are going to live with that step back, though, a lot of times too, though, Arsh. They have in the past. When he had burst, bro, I mean, when you're running James off the 3-point line in Houston, he was either getting an open three for somebody or a lob for Capella. But you're right. If he was hitting the step back three like crazy, then yes. I think it's all dependent on how he was playing. Danny Green, though, he's still number 5 in finals threes. Love prime Danny Green. What's your favorite food you've had from Intuit? That's a good question. Probably the pretzel. Better all time in threes, Danny Green or JJ? I have to say JJ. This is just not true. Harden ain't been right since he left the Rockets. He was good in Brooklyn. Anyway, anybody wishing they could make it into it, but economy kicking their ass. Okay, that was ridiculous. I agree. That was terrible, though. I don't think that was successful. Are you one of those people that believe Warriors still would have won in 2018? Yes. Amen and Tari locked y'all up. Yeah, they did. Lakers been playing good basketball too. You really hate to see it. Are we the West Coast Nets with KG and Pierce trying to retool until we got to rebuild? Maybe. Did you like the 2018 and 2019 versions of the Clippers most? No, Lob City. Bro, it was special for us. Anyway, all right, guys, I got to go. Appreciate everybody. Have a great night. And I'll do the okay, I'll answer this one. Definitely I definitely say like the old school 90s rappers I loved as a kid. Tupac, Biggie, Nas. I still like the guys that are 2000s, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Eminem, those guys. Modern guys, Future, Uzi, Lil Baby. I like Juice WRLD and X when they were around. What's his name? But I'm pretty diverse in terms of music, man. I'm pretty diverse in terms of Snoop Dogg legend. Travis Scott, yeah, Drake. I mean, I'm not really a hater of many people in music, to be honest with you. I'm not really a hater in music. But yeah. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Peace. Have a great night.